Hey, what's going on, FG fam? Welcome to another episode of the Detroit Tigers franchise here on MLB The Show 20. Yes, that is right. We are taking on the Dodgers again. Carlos Martinez is on the mound, but we have the Futures game in front of us here. So make sure you drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content, because that's all we do here. We can build a winner together. So, taking a look at the AL Futures, seeing if there's anybody we have that is in it. Ben Nast is a user prospect. He is in the Futures game, so good for him. Congratulations to him. For the NL Futures, I know that Rowdy Miller is in that game starting for them, so cool. We have nobody who is starting this Futures game, so just kind of doing a little game managing here, seeing what happens. AL Futures up 1-0 on a solo shot, then a 2-run shot for the NL Futures. They get 2 more in the bottom of the 6th as well to make it 4-1. They pick up another in the 7th and another to make it 6-1, and that is how the game will end. NL Futures up 6-1. And Tristan Lutz, player of the game there. So now going into the Home Run Derby. I know this was fun for everybody last year. Let's see how it goes this year. Juan Soto, Cody Bellinger, Mike Trout, Tyler Naquin, Chris Bryant, Jorge Soler, Matt Olson, and Pete Alonso. So again, nobody off of our Tiger squad. So we'll just see how this one plays out. I'm going to be rooting for Pete Alonso, but unfortunately gets knocked out by Juan Soto. Chris Bryant advances, Mike Trout, and Matt Olson. So Matt Olson over Mike Trout and Chris Bryant over Juan Soto. So it's going to be a Chris Bryant and Matt Olson final, the 5 seed and the 7 seed. Let's see how that plays out. Matt Olson already with 2 home runs and running out of some time here, but that is a nice bomb. 389 feet. Now just 39 seconds to go. This one looks like it's going to carry pretty darn far. Goes into the upper deck, 414. So now Chris Bryant, if he wants to win this thing, and he's got plenty of time to do it with 4 home runs already in a minute 12. That makes 5 home runs. He just needs 1 more. This one is carrying deep to center, and he did it with a whole minute still on the clock. Chris Bryant is your champion. And there you go. 6 home runs in round 1, 7 in round 2, and 6 in the final round. Chris Bryant ends up winning the Home Run Derby. So all you Cubs fans have something to brag about, I guess. Now to the actual Major League All-Star game. Let's see if we have any starters here. Does not appear that we do. Max Muncy would have been a starter had we acquired him. I know I continue to say that, but I'm just still salty about it. So, as we look at the NL All-Stars, there you go. Contreras, Arenado, Bellinger, Starlin, Castro is a little bit of a surprise. Josh Bell, Jacob deGrom, starting pitcher. So a lot of these choices do make a lot of sense. As you can see, a lot of very good ratings here. So we're just going to go ahead and manage through it. A 3-0 lead from a homer in the 3rd, and then we get another in the 5th. So the AL looking pretty good so far. As we go into the top of the 7th inning, they're able to get us out quite easily. We're doing a little substitutions now just to give everybody kind of a shot to get in there. We really didn't have anybody except pitchers in this All-Star game, and I chose not to use Chapman, who apparently was picked to make it. Chris Sale gets the All-Star Game MVP, and the AL does win it. So now we go into the AAA All-Star Game to see if we have anybody playing for us in this one. This is the other side of the coin here. Now this is our side. Josh Jung, I see, is our only starter in the International League All-Star. So we will be player locking him. Look at that. Our old buddy Jacoby Jones is in the All-Star game as well. But Josh Jung on the player lock, he will strike out in the top of the 2nd with 1 runner on first. Now here with a runner on 2nd, Jung's got to make this play here off of the bunt. Jung going to pick it up, bare hand, over to first, and he gets the out at least. So, good on Jung. Now, with 2 outs in the top of the 4th, he strikes out on the changeup. Was not what he was looking for. Josh Jung now in the top of the 5th, strikes out again on the slider. Just the timing is way off for Jung right now. He gets booed, he gets pinch hit for, but it's already too late. It's a 13-6 lead for the PCL, and they are going to win 13-6. Raimel Tapia is the player of the game. in this All-Star game. So Reed, the only home run for our side, he had 4 RBIs as well. So Reed, the only reason why we were even in this game. Home runs by Volser and 2 by Tapia. No wonder he was the player of the game. Man's hit 2 home runs. Look at this Darvish guy, though. Woof, 135 ERA. Get out of here. Double-A All-Star game. Cody Clemens used to be a guy that we had on our roster at one point, but he is now in the ELE, and he is in the All-Star game. So ELW, that's where we're at, and we got a choice, actually. Anthony Salinas is starting at DH. So, interesting choice there. I would have played him in the field, but, they do them. And then the starting pitcher, Gerald Russo, is also our guy. So, Gerald Russo will be starting. We're going to player lock Anthony Salinas. And Gerald Russo is having a very good season. No wonder he's an all-star. 10-3 with a 2.61 ERA. You love to see it. We're up 4-3 here with Salinas in the bottom of the 6th, and he gets one down the right field line. And that is going to go for a beautiful double for Anthony Salinas. Easy stand-up double in the bottom of the 6th. But unfortunately, he gets pinch hit for it in the 8th, and nothing really happened off his double. And the score just ends as it was, 4-3. But we do win that one. So there you go. The only All-Star team to actually win is our Double-A All-Star team with the White Ryan Howard, which is actually a user prospect, I believe. He had a home run and a double. He was the player of the game in this one. And Casado and Rondon hit home runs for the ELE. That guy with an 18 ERA, Parkinson, you're not good, bud. You got to work yourself out, my man. And then Salinas got a double in this one, but Howard with the only homer, Dobbins with the other RBI that Howard did not get. So there you go. Through the All-Star break now, again taking on Minnesota, and again, we dropped 2 out of 3. Our luck against Minnesota just hasn't been strong. We might have to have an entire episode dedicated to the end of season series against Minnesota because it's just like crazy the way they kick our butts. Now going into a series against the Cleveland Indians, and they are like 3 games behind us, but we're dominating them seemingly. We win the first 2 games of the set, a chance to sweep here. They're 61-45. We're 65-38. Richie McGowan, since he's come back, has been really hot, and it's good to see the former number 1 overall pick at the very top of the order raking. You want to see that. Casey Mize, again, I know we saw him last episode. Here he is at 7-8 with a 5.15 ERA and a 1.35 whip. So looking to continue some of his recent good play. He'll go up against the user pitcher Tyler Frick, a 3.90 ERA, but an even 8-8 record. So here's Frankie Lindor in the bottom of the 2nd, and he absolutely drills this thing to right field all the way, hits the top deck wall, and his 27th of the year is a bomb of a solo shot. Unfortunately, since it's an MLB Network game, we don't get to see exactly how far it went, but what a shot. Next batter up is Josh Donaldson, and he barely gets it over the right field wall, but barely still counts. It's a solo shot for him. His 24th home run of the season, and the Tigers striking early, 2-0. In the top of the 5th, Cleveland gets the bases loaded, but this shallow pop-up is caught for the final out of the inning. Now Casey Mize in the top of the 6th with 2 away, gives up this one, and that's going to be a very deep gapper all the way to the corner of the stadium. And that is just a really difficult spot to get to when you're trying to defend. But that easy double is negated with a nice strikeout there. Gets the man swinging, and Mize very excited about it. Tigers get the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th, and Nico Goodrum, not exactly what he was in the last episode as he goes down swinging there, but Seth Beer gets one right up the middle, and the Beer man gets 2 to come home. 4-0 Tigers. Aaron Savales coming into this one, a 7-4 record with a 3.51 ERA. It's been about even, a little worse against righties as far as giving up hits, and there he is against lefties. And Anthony Siegler going to be able to drive in a run. No! Josh Donaldson is tagged on the backwards tag. Gotta love that play from the catcher. Then you have Cleveland up in the top of the 7th, and that is a gapper into the left center field gap. They're going to bring one home here from third. The throw to home is not in time, and there's the score for Bowers. It makes it 4-1 as the first run from Cleveland comes home. Look at this diving try, and it's just not going to stop the runner from scoring. 4-2 is the score, and a beautiful strikeout of Christian Yelich as Casey Mize still in the game, going deep in his last couple of starts. Here's Richie McGowan. He gets a hold of one in right center field, and it's over the wall. Richie McGowan's first home run since coming back. That's his 9th of the season, and it's good to see him get back on a roll. Looks like he gained a little weight since he got hurt, but we'll see what ends up happening with him. 5-2 off of that solo shot from the number 1 overall selection. Here's Ketel Marte up at the plate, and he's like, anything you can do, I can join you in. That one to straightaway center field, and it is out of here. 23 home runs for Ketel Marte on the season. You can tell he's exactly what we wanted to pay for. And then a nice strikeout here for Sir Anthony Dominguez in the top of the 9th as he comes in. And another one on a 98-mile-an-hour two-seamer to end the game 6-2. Sir Anthony Dominguez comes in, shutting the door for Casey Mize to get the win. And another player of the game for Casey Mize. 7 strong innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, 1 walk. Not bad at all for Casey Mize. Tyler Frick picks up the L. He goes below 500, 4 runs on 5 2/3, inflating his ERA to over 4. Lindor, Marte, Donaldson, and McGowan all with home runs. Those guys plus Seth Beer with the RBIs. Casey Mize improves his record to 500 at 8-8, lowers his ERA under 5 for once. Now we hit the trade deadline in another series with the Minnesota Twins. This is going to be a big episode coming up. I want to hear from you guys in the comments section just to see where your guys' heads are at in some guys that we could think about moving. I would say Jordan Balazovic is a guy we could consider moving. I know he's supposed to have incredible potential, but he just has not had it so far. So I want to hear your thoughts on maybe seeking a trade for him. In the bullpen, I'm very happy with what we've gotten out of our bullpen. Holding Caps has improved a ton this season. The 3 closing pitcher thing as the 2 setup guys and the closer is working for us so far this year. Adley Rutschman should be coming back soon. Anthony Siegler's been on fire, but you know what? I think I want to send him down just for this season. I might look into picking up maybe a catcher with a expiring contract that maybe we can use for the rest of the season just to try to make that playoff push. Jahmai Jones and Shed Long, I might look to move one of those guys. Nelson Barreto, I know a lot of people have been calling for me to move him. I may look to move him, see if we can possibly improve the third baseman slot, get a bona fide starting third baseman. I know that Nolan Gorman is coming, but I'm looking for something now. We are trying to win. We are obviously a good team this year. Just let me know some of your thoughts on some of those things, because that's really where I'm looking to go with this roster. I love the outfield. McGowan with Brown with Marte is everything that I want in the outfield. I feel like that's perfect. Some of the guys that teams are looking to unload. Ahmed Rosario, which is probably not a guy I'm going to look at. Jordan Luplow, not really. Wilson Ramos may be a guy I go for. An expiring contract. It adds $5 million to our payroll, but he is playing really well. A .299 average with 18 home runs. We could use a backup catcher like that. And current starter, as Adley Rutschman is hurt for now. Other guys maybe we can look for, any pitching help that we could possibly get off of the trade deadline block here. Oof, gosh, can't think of what to say. The trade block here, maybe Dallas Keuchel. I mean, probably not Dallas Keuchel, honestly. Robert Gesellman for the bullpen, but we really don't need all that. I'm more or less looking for catcher and like a starting third baseman maybe we can grab off of somebody. But as you can see, both the Mud Hens and the Seawolves doing really good in their respective leagues. Rays still in the lead there in the East. We're just a half a game back from the Twins. We are so close to getting a lot done within our division. We are way up on the wild card, I can tell you that. In the NL, the Brewers take the lead in the Central. Rockies hold a pretty commanding lead in the West. Mets and Cubs would be the wild cards. So that's the story for now. We are at the trade deadline. Let me know what you want to do in the comment section below. Drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content, because that's all we do here. We can build a winner together. And if you want to see more, click right here to see more franchise.
I feel you back somehow.